Oh, moms, you're shooting yourselves in your own foot. Dr. Richard Gardner only targeted mothers. This is why I have an emphasis on mothers being protected when they report SA against their children. This is what Dr. Richard Gardner did. That's why there's 3 previous videos here. You need to watch them. You're shooting yourself in your own foot. You've been estranged from your child because whether they diagnosed you outright with the pseudoscience parental alienation syndrome, or they subtly did it in a courtroom because they've been trained to do this because you reported abuse of your child. And less than 6% of women that report abuse are lying, but 94% of them are treated like crazy liars. And this is why I expose the lie of parental alienation syndrome. Now, Dr. Childress, let me talk about him a little bit. There are actually mothers out there. It's not even just the father's rights movement now. There are actually mothers out there that have been completely estranged from their children. They've been forced out of their children's lives and they can no longer take them to the medical doctor to prove what's going on with them. They're court ordered to not take their child to the medical doctor to find out what's going on and why they're having these problems after they've themselves reported this type of abuse. And they've been ignored. Okay, and court ordered apart from their mothers because of parental alienation syndrome. Okay, ugh. So you cannot. Dr. Childress is in agreement with Dr. Gardner. Dr. Gardner was normalizing child abuse and saying that children and adults together is normal. It is not normal. There's nothing normal about it. It's abnormal. It's evil and it's wicked. And this is why I expose parental alienation syndrome. It is not on the DSM-5. And I hear these women going, it's on the DSM-5 because Dr. Childress said so. Let me tell you a little about Dr. Childress that you all think is so great. And he's not helping you. He's working for he's working for the side for abusers. His theory is attachment-based parental alienation. He's trying to make a theory, which is a square, and call it parental alienation syndrome debunked pseudoscience, and put it into a round circle, a square into a circle. He's trying to make something happen that's never going to happen. He's trying to connect a bridge from that theory to parental alienation syndrome that does not exist. You do not have a syndrome because you protect your children. There's no such syndrome for protecting your children, for reporting abuse. Your children are suffering because the courts ignore you, because the courts call you a crazy liar. If less than 6% of women that report abuse are lying, then why are 94% of them being treated like crazy liars? That's because of the baseline, which is parental alienation syndrome, debunked theory. Sure, you may feel alienated from your children, but it's not the same thing. My bill talks about this in depth. I do teachings on this. We're going to have a full education panel on this. It is not on the DSM-5. Search it. You can't make these other theories parental alienation syndrome. It's like saying that an orange, because it's round, looks like an apple and is an apple. We're going to make it be an apple. But they're not, just because they're both round. They're not the same. It's not the same. You're shooting yourself in your own foot. You're allowing the enemy to creep in and deceive you because you want help so bad. And you're not taking the help where it's actually coming from, where it can actually help you, which is giving you the truth. Literally, Dr. Childress is simply a modern day Dr. Richard Gardner. It's just packaged a little bit differently, and it's still highly dangerous. And this is what all these women are suffering from. This doesn't mean that we hate fathers. This doesn't mean that we hate husbands. This doesn't mean that I don't support fathers. I support good fathers that protect their children, but good fathers protect women and children. Okay? You should see the difference. I know what comes to me for help. I can spot an abuser in a second flat. Why? Because they hate women. They hate women. And they put some of these women in the front lines. They're being fooled. What I call them is narcissistic supply. And they put those women in the front lines to trick women like you, to deceive people so that they can keep this 50-50 nonsense going. But in the real world, when you have an abuser, a child should not bounce back and forth from an abuser to a safe parent. And they don't want 50-50. Really what they want is full custody. That's what they want. And decent, good fathers should not have their children. They should have their children. We don't fight against that. We have no problem with that, no matter how much they want to twist and distort and make up stories about what we support. Okay? We support good fathers. I talk about it every day. I have a family filled of good fathers, great husbands, wonderful men that I honor. So that's nonsense. I have a son. I have a grandson. I know I look pretty good, don't I? So here's the thing. Stop listening to foolishness. Don't even putting up a TikTok where you're crying hysterically because someone's taking away your parental alienation syndrome. Get yourself together. Come on now and do your homework. Everything I tell you is verifiable. You can look it up. Study it. Don't just take somebody's word for it that's trying to they're sabotaging you. They might as well hand you a gun to shoot your own foot. I'm floored by it. I'm floored by it. Childress literally maps diagnoses. He literally, what he does is he twists and distorts. He'll map alienation as a DSM code, like child psychological abuse, and he'll try to make that be parental alienation syndrome. They're not the same. They're not the same. Okay, they're not the same. So in the less than 6%, let's talk about those villainous kind of women. The ones that punch themselves and gives themselves a black eye. That's not the 94% that goes to family court. Okay? So those crazy lunatics, I don't care what you diagnose them with. Diagnose them, throw the book at them while you're at it. Throw the book at them. Because they heard it for innocent women, good women, women that are protecting their children, women that are telling the truth. And when you stand for and fight for parental alienation syndrome, you might as well be a part of that 6% and under. You might as well be a part of that because you're hurting yourself and you're hurting women. You're hurting mothers that are good mothers, okay? That are protecting their children, that don't have their children. They're being supervised. They don't reach the criteria of supervision, but because of this insanity, they're being supervised. Their children are suffering terribly. Their children are with the abuser, afraid to speak up now because when they did report, they were, as a young little girl or young little boy, they reported abuse, and this is what happened to them. They got placed with an abuser, all because of parental alienation syndrome. Now do you see? What else do I have to do to make you see? Do I need to give you my glasses? If I give you my glasses, maybe you'll see. Try it that way. God bless you guys. And the only way you're going to get free of this is the Family Justice and Accountability Act. That's how you're going to get the protection you need. Good mothers and good fathers. So one of the things that we did in the bill is to ensure that domestic violence perpetrators or any kind of abuse goes to criminal court and not family court. That is freaking awesome. But dads, if you're being falsely accused, and moms, if you're being falsely accused, but because people are concerned about dads, and I'm concerned about good dads too, we need more of them in the world. We need more protective fathers that protect women and children. Women and children. Mothers, women and children. Those kind. I love those kind. Those are the best. Those are the salt of the earth. What we did for you is that we made sure that if anyone submits false allegations to the court about you and they can't prove it, they got to go to criminal court to be dealt with. Because that's a danger to everybody. And we do not tolerate that. So don't believe the hype about some of these groups that are out there saying whatever they're saying, because it's nonsense. Come to me and I will share whatever you need to know about this amazing bill. The bill that adds jury trials so that you don't have your rights terminated. The bill that ensures due process. The bill that enforces the Constitution. The bill that enforces the Americans with Disability Act. The bill that allows you to get recompense for damages. Hold judges accountable. Hold judges accountable. My goodness, what a novel idea. Even put them in jail for harming your family. And at the worst level that they harm them, the longer they can sit there. So the Family Justice and Accountability Act, October 20th, we're going to Congress and we're going to be presenting this whole bill, and we're going to get that bill enacted in the box. God bless you.